All right. I'm excited. Anytime I get a new piece of equipment or technology, I'm excited and I want to share it. And, there's something to be said about the fact that you don't need the best gear, but you do need decent gear. And that's kind of the range that I typically find myself in. Well, it goes back to your content more than the gear, but there's always that fine line, and audio is important. So I've been experimenting with microphones, and I just got a new one, and I'm excited about this one. But yeah, before I even do that, this is the beginning of my journey with microphones. Is this little guy, and all it is a lavalier microphone with a cord, and that I would literally just plug straight into my iPhone. Probably, I don't know, 20 bucks, I think was what that one cost. And then I went on to Comica. And that's the other thing, by the way. I like trying out different name brands too. But this one is a cordless microphone, but with a lavalier. And so, yeah, this goes on top of whatever for your iPhone or your camera, or it even comes with a tripod. But then this little, you've got the receiver, and then you've got, I forget which one's which, but basically it clips to you, and then you've got your lavalier, your cord. And then the most expensive one that I have is this Comica here. This is also a lavalier, but what it has is as you can see, it's got two receivers. Is this a receiver or are these receivers? Well, either way. But so that way you can have more than one person mic'd up. And then the other thing that this one has a whole lot of extra little gadgets and stuff. Not only can you do the windsock for the or muff or whatever the hell it's called for this right here. Literally, you can take this and you can use this right here as the mic, and then this goes on top of that, or you can use the cord connected to here, run that up through the shirt or whatever. These are really good mics. I think this was 250 bucks, maybe more than that then, but less now. But good mic, definitely a good mic. But there's a process to taking it out, hooking it up. Oh, the other thing about this one that's really good is I can take this and I can use this with my thingamabob, my interface, so that I can literally run it right through and get even better sound out of it, where I can edit the sound in post. But anyway, let's get to the good stuff. So this is the Deity. I did a little bit of research on it, and I was comparing this between the Rode NTG, I think is what it is. It's $260 mic, I think, $250 or $260. And of course, Rode, you can't go wrong with those. Those are really good mics. But this one, the Deity D3 Pro, got really good reviews. I watched a whole bunch of videos on it, and I listened to the comparisons, and there's such a very little difference between the two. And yet this one, I think it was originally $200. Now it's $139 on Amazon, brand new. So, I don't know, kind of seemed like a no-brainer. But what I wanted for all of this, by the way, and the reason is because I like to use it not just as a camera mount, but also as a shotgun / boom mic, where I can, well, you probably know what a boom mic is. But anyway, so never have too many SD cards. But anyway, so here's what we got. The Deity V-Mic D3 Pro. And I think what I'll do is after I get done with the unboxing, I will do some recording with this mic, and then you'll be able to hear the differences between the D4 Duo, which is a current Deity that I have. So, and I'll show you that one in a minute because actually is what I'm using right now. Oh, another mic. I'm telling you, I like microphones. But anyway, the one that I'm using right now is a camera mount Deity front and back mic. And so we'll compare the differences between the quality of this one here and also this one here. So, first things first. You got your, some people hate it when I use this term. I know that my girlfriend does. The dead cat. Basically, it's a wind sock or wind muff, whatever you want to call it. But this is nice because not all microphones come with one of these. Now, granted, I think this is just one that they throw in there. It's like a knockoff brand or what? Maybe it's not a knockoff, but Guinness Photo. But this is nice, and it actually has this where you can tighten it up around the mic. I like it. I like it. And other than that, I thought this thing came with a case. Ah, that's messed up. I literally was reading one of the reviews about it came with a hard case. I'm gonna have to look into that. So anyway, this is what we look like. So we still have our muff on here, but these don't do a whole lot of, like, they don't even compare to what a dead cat will do whenever it's windy and whatnot. All right, that is a no-brainer. I don't need to go through and give you a play-by-play on everything. And that's a charger for the mic. And yeah, baby. And I would love to get into like explaining what all of these things are, like when it comes to gain and well, everything else. But frankly, I don't really get it just yet because I'm still relatively new with all of this. But if you can see, I think you can, you've got these different options, not as many as what you would have like with the Rode, but you still do have some really great little options, a lot more than the Deity that I have right now. So other than the fact that there's no actual carrying case, I'm a little disappointed about that. I literally, I guess I just didn't read far enough, but I'm gonna have to get the carrying case. But other than that, I love this thing. I love the way it looks. Or do you do it like that? Or do you put it on here like this and then put this through here? I don't know, because does that sacrifice the sound? Like, are you muffing too much? Is there such a thing? Is it an overmuff? So that's quite a beast that's going to be going on my camera. Oh, so I'll show you the microphone that I'm using now, and then we can do our little sound test and compare the two. So what I have this set up to do, again, it's on a mic stand, and this is, try not to make too much noise, I'm sure it's making a lot of noise, but this is the Deity V-Mic 4, and it's a duo. So what that means is there's actually, you can set it so that it picks up from the front and the back. So this one's a little bit more for vloggers, because that way you're talking and it can pick up both. But I typically use the setting that is just for the front, so that way it just limits a lot of the unnecessary noise. And it actually, this mic's been great. It comes with the dead cat for the front and the back, and it just mounts right on top of your camera. Or you can do what I'm doing here and set it up as basically just a boom mic, boom slash shotgun mic that just goes right over top and faces down. And I use this one a lot more, especially here in my little studio, than, oh, let me put that back up. I'm sure this sound and everything is getting annoying, but I use this one probably more than anything else. And that's what this one is going to replace, just because, I don't know, I like the sound that comes out of this, and I don't have to get, like, with the Comica, really good, again, but there's a little bit of a process in setting it up, and the batteries, you know, getting charged and getting the right channel, and then getting, you know, your little lavalier set up. When a lot of people get annoyed by that, and they don't even like for it to show. So that's why I like using like these a little bit more, especially in this environment. And then of course, if you go outside, then this can go right on top of the camera and hopefully work just as efficiently or close to it as efficiently. Never gonna get as efficient as you can in a fairly sound dampened room. But anyway, so what I'm gonna do now is swap out the microphones and we'll do a little comparison test. Okay, so I'm back with well, actually I'm charging the other mic, because you can charge it. It does have a battery, internal battery, which my other Deity does not have. You don't even have that option. So I'm charging it, but what I thought I would do is actually do a comparison with the Deity mic that I'm using now, which again is I always forget the name of the damn thing. It's the D4 Duo, and that's what you're hearing right now. So, and you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'm actually going to sing a song to let you really get a feel. I'm kidding. I'm not going to sing a song. But I'm trying to do as much talking as possible just so you can get a good feel for it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the mic off completely and let you hear just the mic that comes with the camera. And like the camera that I'm using right now is the Sony ZV-E10, which has a, you know, as far as internal microphones go, it's not the worst one. And by the way, right now I just realized the AC is on, so you may also hear a little bit of that, but it could be a good comparison to compare this to what it's going to sound like with the other Deity mic, and of course the internal mic on the ZV-E10 as well. So this is the Deity D4 Duo with just the front mic turned on. And this is with no microphone hooked up, just using the Sony ZV-E10's internal mic. And I'm sure it doesn't sound nearly as good. And also, you probably are getting a lot more of the AC noise as well. So while we're at it, we're just going to go ahead and I will hook up the other one, the new one, and we'll compare it. All right, and this is the new mic, the one that you see here with the box, the D3 Pro. Same setup. It's sitting up on a mic stand about probably 2 feet, 2.5 feet from me, which is the exact same distance as the D4 was. But again, this is the new mic, the D3 Pro, and the AC is on too. So it should be a similar comparison for how it sounds. What do you think? Can you tell a difference? My guess is you're probably not going to be able to tell a big difference between the D4 and the D3 just based on the circumstances. In other words, you know, the sound in the room is dampened and we're not outside, there's no wind, and the mic is pretty close. So you can get decent quality, with the exception of the internal stuff, you can get decent quality from a microphone that's just 2 feet from you, as long as it's a semi-decent microphone. All right, that's all I got for today. So in the comments, let me know what your thoughts are. Like, do you see a difference in these microphones, or do you hear a difference in the microphones? And is there, you know, any other gear that you have, especially microphones, that maybe you have a good opinion of and you'd like to share? Because I'm always looking for an excuse to get some new equipment. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.